Alright guys, we have a new trailer for Resident Evil 7. This features the psychotic but lovable Lucas Baker, who's on an intense antagonistic death spree against Chris Redfield for reasons unknown. You're going to get a lot of Jigsaw vibes from this trailer, and I'll be going over an analysis on this. I've currently got a video up of it if you just want to watch it raw, but this will be the analysis video. So without any further delay, as always, let's get right into this.
Lucas, you'll pay for this.
Now in this first scene, the little bit of dialogue we get here from Chris is quite aggressive towards Lucas, hinting at some implications of revenge. Now why would Chris want revenge? And we know there were 3 troopers that Chris was working with, and we have to save them during the progress of the Not a Hero DLC. And looking at this video and the screenshot, you can see there is only one gun pointing at Lucas himself, so it's natural to assume the 3 troopers did not actually have such a good ending after all.
You're going to fail, and then you are going to die.
Alright, we just got quite a handful there, guys. So first up, we saw a hallway of some sorts, and remember, that was a very fast transition, so these screenshots are going to be a little bit blurry, and there is nothing I can particularly do about that. It's just the video and the way that works with super fast motion. At the end of this hallway, we have a doorway which we walk through, and then we come into the hallway, which you guys should be familiar with because it's from the previous trailer. Now this hallway has a shutter door, which I'm sure we're going to open, and a normal door as well, which shows we're going to have to keep coming back through the areas and progressing, because I'm sure some of these are going to be locked right off the bat. Now the further biggest revelation happens when we come upstairs, and remember, this is the cleanest environment we have seen in Resident Evil so far, and you can see that there's actually a corpse on some sort of operating table or bed, and so this looks like a molded corpse. But we know that we're not fighting the molded, we're fighting some kind of variations and other things. So is this where Lucas has been doing most of his experimentation? And maybe there's another organization around as well, because this all looks extremely high tech.
And Lucas Baker, right now he's our only link to the connections.
He's next on my list.
We didn't get much from the first unit before we lost contact.
Now guys, if you know from the first trailer, apparently Lucas's organization is being dubbed The Connections. However, I'm sure that's just for archiving and research purposes, and that obviously it's just a placeholder name until they learn the true organization that is controlling the strings behind Lucas Baker here. Here's another one of Lucas's fuck you diaries, if you remember these from the original game, and you can actually read what's written on the screen here. Now this is the October 2014 edition, so it's many years old, way before the infection. However, Lucas still seems to have these archived and around. Now the first one is that the old man slapped him because he was checking his phone at dinner. Fuck you. The second is him not being able to say one word about Mama's cooking without being yelled at. Fuck you. All I was doing was looking in on Zoe when she was doing yoga, and she called me a pervert. Fuck you. The old man got drunk and started throwing all my crap in that red box on the veranda. Fuck you. Now if you guys remember, this is actually the same log that was displayed in the base Resident Evil 7 game. Whether this is a placeholder or they're just copy and pasting assets here is to remain to be seen.
Psycho. Not sure what's worse, him or those things.
Well, it looks like Chris has come exceptionally well equipped, especially considering he has night and thermal optics on his helmet. Alright guys, this is a new form of molded we're seeing, and they definitely look like the head crabs or the face huggers from the Alien franchise. However, I think there's only 2 possible actual methodologies for why these exist. The first is that they're being used as a tactical element to spread the infection. However, the standard mold and the host seem to do that job more than exceptionally well. So I think these new molded might be set around the environment in tricky places, bases, and they're there to protect the base mold growing around the area, sort of against parasites as if they were the antibiotics or white blood cells. We'll just dub these things for the time being little shits, because I'm sure many people can agree they already look like they're gonna be quite annoying, and I'm just hoping that you can stomp on them Dead Space style. So here we're seeing the pipes bust up and a lot of blackening liquid coming around these places. We saw a scene that's reminiscent of this in the ship, and especially the flashbacks when Evie is going absolutely insane, and so I'm assuming this has to be related to the new host, confirming that we definitely have a new hive mind, and they have some very fine control over the mold to be chasing somebody down a vent using it. Exactly who has Lucas been experimenting on?
Fuck. You gotta be kidding me. Fuck! 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 Get the thing off me!
Please tell me what I'm looking at.
I have no idea. It's something new. Exercise extreme caution.
Christopher, still with us, I see. Very impressive, my friend. Very impressive. Let's just see how impressive you really are.
You're going to need to proceed with caution.
We've seen a lot of information in that little clip section there, however, there are some new goodies included within. So we get a first look at this new type of molded, and oh, isn't he ever so gorgeous with that beautiful aesthetic face. Secondly, we get to see Lucas and he's escaping in some sort of lab environment, confirming that it definitely was him testing in these specific areas. And thirdly, we get to see the regenerator, as it's now being dubbed, coming at you even though it doesn't have a head or any arms, and finally it explodes. And apparently we're gonna have to fight 2 of these things at some point. Thank God at least we have access to an automatic shotgun, right?
Extreme caution.
Oh, that's different. Like it haven't been since we got here.
And so we have our brutal savage final boss there that looks like a goddamn tank, except for it's super agile. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this analysis, and if you did enjoy this entire video, please leave a like and a subscribe. I'd really appreciate you contributing to the Avid Alliance, and we'll be shooting for the sky very soon. As always guys, I just hope you're having a beautiful day, take it easy, and peace.